Haya basi, Eugenio Amos kutoka Italia ameongoza siku ya 4 ya mashindano ya Classic Safari Rally ambayo yameanza mjini Naivasha na kufikia Nairobi mchana wa leo. Mwingine ni Baldev Chaga ambaye anashikilia nafasi ya pili kwenye mashindano haya. Robinson Okenye amekuepo, ameshuhudia na ametuandalia taarifa ifuatayo.
Naam, Jeff, leo tumetua katika kaunti ya Nairobi. Kumbuka hapo jana tulikuwa katika kaunti ya Nakuru, mji wa Naivasha, na hii leo tumetua katika kaunti ya Nairobi. Madereva tayari washawasili katika eneo la Carnival, na tukiangalia kuna wale ambao wako hapa. Kuna chipukizi moja hapa kwa jina anaitwa Emil Braithmeyer, ni raia wa Ubelgiji. Yuko hapa ashaingia. Tunaye Chris Rosenberg, yuko hapa. Tuna dereva ambaye anaongoza kwa kufikia sasa katika mashindano hayo ambaye ni Eugenio Amos, ambaye yeye ndio dereva anayeongoza mashindano hayo kufikia sasa. Kumbuka ni dereva kutoka Italia. Tunaye bingwa mtetezi wa mashindano haya ambaye ni Baldev Chaga, aliyeshinda, na tulipata kuzungumza naye jana, akasema lengo lake ni kuhifadhi taji la mwaka huu. Kwa hivyo madereva wanazidi kuingia katika eneo hili ambalo wametengewa kabla kuyapeleka magari yao hapo kesho kwa gareji. Kumbuka kesho hatutakuwa na mashindano yoyote, itakuwa ni awamu ya pumziko, alafu siku ya Ijumaa tena tunarudi barabarani. Lakini nilipata kuzungumza na baadhi ya madereva ambao wameingia katika eneo hili ambalo linajulikana kama Parc Fermé kuhusu mikondo ya leo. Kumbuka kulikuwa na mikondo mitatu kwenye siku ya 4 ya mashindano haya, lakini mkondo mmoja ukapata kupigwa marufuku. Kwa hivyo walishiriki mikondo miwili tu, na hivi ndivyo walivyosema.
Today it was quite okay. We managed in stage 1. We had to open the stage, so we had plenty of animals, cars, human beings, and we wanted to back off a little bit just to be safe and sure to the end. While in the second stage has been cancelled, I don't know the reason. And third stage we pushed, but within reasonable amount of safety, let's say.
I heard Paulino say that today probably is the hardest day that you've had in the rally.
Hopefully. If the worst is back in the back, we're happy.
What's the feeling?
Yeah, there's plenty of job to be done. So, pole.
19-minute gap.
Yes.
19-minute gap, which you've opened at the top. You feel someone can recover it?
Yeah, for sure. It can be easily recovered. A couple of punctures or engine problem, gearbox problem. There are too many things that could break, so we take it easy.
Are you looking forward to race tomorrow?
No, tomorrow is rest day. Yes. I wouldn't mind racing tomorrow. I don't like rest day because the concentration goes down and then you have to keep up again, and I'd rather continue racing for other 4 days than having rest day, to be honest. But the car needs to rest.
How are you going to ensure that you maintain the same momentum that has catapulted you to the top for the last 2 days?
We just have to manage and stay away from mechanical troubles.
Chris, the fourth day in the rally, how can you define today's race plus the cancellation of one stage?
The cancellation is a bit of a shame because, especially for me coming from behind, I'm trying to catch up some people in front, so I'm happy about every stage we run. But here there was some problems, so I think it was a good decision. Same with the range stage that was cancelled. That was very difficult for the service cars to pass and all of the competitors. So I think all the decisions made so far were the right ones of the organizers, so I'm not worried about that. But they were right about one thing too, that it was one of the roughest days, because even those stages, the first one and the last one, were really rough, and we paced ourselves well and we did good.
You guys are really pushing up. You're moving up the leaderboard quickly.
Yes, I think now we had the first stage, the stacking in the mud was not so nice, and so now we said we have to push now, and I think the navigation is getting better and better now, because I get used to it a little bit.
Are you looking forward to racing tomorrow?
Yes, we make a trip. I don't know, we make safari.
We're doing a little safari, so yeah. We've been taken care of really well here of the people, and we see beautiful animals, the countryside, and we get to enjoy what Kenya is all about. You know, it's a beautiful, beautiful country and beautiful people. So we're happy to be here.
Yeah.
So what do you have to do so that you can maintain the momentum after the race? Because after the race, probably you may have to begin again pushing it.
Das habe ich jetzt nicht verstanden.
Was du machen musst, uns. I think actually Nikki just has to get me awake in the morning, you know, feed me a good breakfast, and then I'm ready to go. She usually has to slow me down a bit. I'm not one you have to push, you know.
I have to push him in the morning because he's very slow. But driving, I don't say anything. I just navigate. I don't say anything because I think he's pushy enough. So he knows what he's doing.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. See you later.
Today, how can you sum it up?
Today, stage 1, 30 kilometers of absolute rough, narrow, twisty, wet, unpredictable corners. Made it very, very interesting. We had like big shadows from the hills, from the trees, so we couldn't really see much, tell much. So took it within our limits, basically, and I think we had a decent stage time. Stage 2 got cancelled, so again, we can't say anything about that. Stage 3, first half of it, I'd say amazing, brilliant. Second half, wow, that was tricky. Very tricky, rocky, big blind ditches. We got caught in the middle of a massive thunderstorm. We couldn't literally see not even 15 meters ahead. And then the notes keep saying triple caution, divert, divert. So you have to be super careful, because in the rain, if you're not looking, you just fall into a big rut on the side, and that's the end of your rally. So it really was very challenging and entertaining stage as well. Glad we got through that one.
We've had the driver saying that today is probably the hardest since you guys started.
Yeah, I'd say definitely the hardest, and yet we'd missed the second stage, which according to the organizer was the roughest of the day. So had we done that, wow, that would have been something else.
Yes, tomorrow is rest day. Probably what are you going to do to avoid complacency before the rally resumes on Friday?
First have to report to work. We need to pay bills. Well, we have 6 hours, I think it's 5 hour service tomorrow. So we'll probably start at about 8 or 9 in the morning, work through the day on the car, just recuperate. At least we're in Nairobi, we're close by to lots of facilities and services, engineering or hardware. So it's quite convenient for once. So yeah, just look forward to a good rest day, and then we head down south to the coast again.
Today was really hard. We had a lot of rain in this last stage, so it was really tricky. We got to go through, but it was really hard. We don't see at 1 meter, so we do it good. No issue, and it was really hard.
You've really pushed up the leaderboard. You are now among the top 4. I mean, does that give you pressure?
No, it's good. We are third now for the moment, so we're really happy about this. We'll try to keep this position, but it's still a long road to go, so we'll try to be smart.
Tomorrow is rest day. What are you looking forward to?
Sleeping, maybe. Sleeping a bit and have some rest. We need to rest. I think it's a long day. We wake up early, so the car needs some rest, we need some rest, and we will be ready after tomorrow to go again.
Well, thank you. Naam, hayo ni maoni tu ya baadhi ya madereva ambao tumepata kuzungumza nao na kutangamana nao, na unaona tu madereva bado wanazidi kuingia katika eneo hili. Wengi wao hamu yao ikiwa ni kesho wapate kutulia kabla kuendelea na mashindano hayo. Kwa hivyo hata sisi kesho tutapata pumziko kidogo, manake imekuwa ni siku 4 ambazo tumekuwa barabarani, na kumbuka madereva hao 65 wanatarajiwa kukamilisha kilomita 1400. Kwa hivyo kesho itakuwa ni siku ya pumziko, kisha Ijumaa tena turudi barabarani. Kwako Jeff.
Shukran sana Robinson Okenye. Mwenzangu hapa kwenye studio anajulikana kama